The lake conspiracy. One Monday morning, I stepped onto my porch, coffee in hand, ready to fish at my 2-acre lake. Instead, I froze. A massive oakwood sign stood by the shore, golden letters gleaming, Tyler Peterson, Memorial Lake. Gifted to the community by HOA President Vicki Peterson. Below, a carving of a boy swimming reed, dedicated to our children. Tyler, Vicki's son, was very much alive, live streaming nearby. Yo, welcome to my lake. Mom gifted it for my birthday. Pool party this weekend. I'm David Miller, 52, a retired tech executive who bought this ranch in 2021 for peace after a high-stress career. The lake, part of my property, was my sanctuary. Yet Vicki, the Oakwood Community HOA president, claimed it as hers. I approached Tyler, voice calm. This is my property. Remove the sign. He laughed, phone still recording. My mom's the HOA president. She controls everything. This lake's community property now. Vicki appeared, blonde bob, pristine, fake smile in place. David, this lake's a community resource now, for the children. I held firm. It's my private property. Vicki, remove the sign. Her smile tightened. HOA rules are complex. David, community needs come first. When I insisted, she dialed 911, voice trembling theatrically. An aggressive man's threatening me and my son at our community lake. Officer Martinez arrived, examined my deed, and confirmed my ownership. Ma'am, this is Mr. Miller's property. Remove the sign or it's trespassing. Vicki's face reddened, but she stormed off, muttering, "This isn't over." I took the sign down myself, storing it in my garage. The next week, my mailbox overflowed with HOA fines. $500 for wild lake vegetation, my century-old oaks, $300 for wildlife noise frogs, $800 for mosquito hazards, total $1,600. Each notice bore Vicki's elegant signature. Tyler's social media flaunted new purchases: a $200 t-shirt, a motorcycle captioned, "Mom's the boss," hooking me up. Saturday, Charlotte, the HOA bookkeeper, arrived at my cabin, hands shaking. "Vicki's stealing," she whispered. A 55-year-old retiree, Charlotte feared losing her pension but couldn't stay silent. She showed me records. $20,000 in community expenses paid to Peterson Environmental, owned by Vicki's brother-in-law, and $5,000 to Tyler for youth consulting. She's planning a $50,000 lake cleanup to her family's company, Charlotte said. She threatened to report me for fraud if I spoke up. I leaned forward. "Charlotte, do you remember the HOA's budget manager role?" She nodded, recalling the 2021 charter. It oversees expenses over $5,000, but no one's used it. I pulled out a document from my files. "I'm the budget manager, elected when the HOA formed. I never intervened because past presidents were honest. Vicki's changed that." Charlotte's eyes widened. "You can stop her." I smiled. "I can do more than that." Monday's HOA meeting was packed. Vicki pitched her $50,000 lake cleanup, showing doctored photos of murky water. Residents, wary but trusting, voted to approve. Charlotte tried to process the payment denied, account frozen. She announced. Vicki, flustered, called the bank on speaker. The representative confirmed. The budget manager, David Miller, froze the account for review. The room fell silent. Vicki stammered, "Budget manager." I stood, documents in hand. Since 2021, I've been the HOA's budget manager, with authority over expenses above $5,000. I froze the account due to suspicious activity. I projected bank records, $20,000 to Vicki's family businesses, $5,000 to Tyler. Peterson Environmentals, a shell company, I said. No cleanup ever happened. Charlotte added, "Vicki threatened me to stay quiet." Residents erupted. "She paid her son. That's our money." Tyler, confused, mumbled, "Mom said it was her salary." I showed his posts, a $12,000 motorcycle, captioned, "Thanks, Mom, for the bonus." Vicki snapped, "Tyler, stop." But the crowd demanded her removal. A vote of no confidence passed unanimously. Vicki's final act came days later. At 6 a.m., she barricaded the HOA office, shredding documents. Neighbors alerted me, and police arrived. I showed Officer Martinez my budget manager ID Vicky's. Embezzled $25,000. I said, presenting records and Charlotte's testimony. Vicky screamed, David's framing me. But Tyler, tearful, admitted, Mom said it was legit. I didn't know. Handcuffed, Vicky was led away, yelling about conspiracies. At trial, Vicky faced charges of embezzlement, fraud, and false police reports, bank records, my recordings, and Charlotte's testimony sealed her fate. 18 months in jail. $25,000 restitution. Tyler, manipulated by Vicky, avoided charges but sold his motorcycle for community service funds. Vicky's house sold to cover fines. She moved away, banned from HOA roles. I used my restitution to enhance the lake, adding a dock for community fishing by invitation. A sign now reads, Miller Ranch Lake, open to neighbors with respect. Charlotte, now head financial officer, ensures transparent budgets. Tyler, humbled, helps maintain the community center. At our weekly coffee gatherings, neighbors share ideas, not fines. Standing by the lake, I realized peace isn't just quiet, it's trust. Vicky thought she could bully her way to power, but communities thrive when everyone's voice matters. If your HOA oversteps, speak up, demand transparency, and stand together. That's how you reclaim what's yours.